Good evening and welcome to our third annual State of the Community. We are so glad to have all of you here tonight. Dr. Wagner and I appreciate the opportunity to share with our residents and students all the activities that takes place in our city and our schools. I would like to acknowledge our City Council members present this evening. We have Council President Mike Kilbane, if you just give a wave so everyone knows where you're at. Council members Brian McDonough, Bill Minnick, Paul Wagner, John Hinkle, Angelo Russo, and Council at Large Peggy Clary. And Sergeant at Arms.
For both organizations.
For both organizations, the Hammerleys. We also have tonight Judge Denise Reedy from Juvenile Court, and George Phillips is here on behalf of State Representative Dave Greenspan. So thank you. I would like to have a special thank you, manning the table in the back there, is my administrative assistant, Bridget Hinkle. She assists every caller and visitor that comes to City Hall. She also creates the monthly e-newsletter that you all get. It keeps you informed of all the city issues. And she has helped prepare our presentation for this evening. So thank you very much, Bridget.
Thank you all for attending, and a special thank you to Mrs. Hillary Needham and the Fairview High School Chamber Orchestra for providing music this evening. Shout out as well to Amanda Lloyd, our Director of Communications and Marketing in the back, with Bridget, who also helped put out. And most certainly a big thank you to Mayor Patton for once again hosting this event here at the Gemini Center.
This evening we are here to celebrate our year-long series on goal setting for a better tomorrow. We begin with our finances, led by Finance Director Greg Single. Throughout several budget meetings with City Council, our goal has been to continue to provide our core services to our citizens while balancing the budget and to be prepared for emergencies and economic variations. The overall budget for the city is $30 million. Revenue generated helps finance the general fund, the street and sewer fund, the Gemini fund, and the capital improvement fund. The general fund is our working fund. It's the chief operating fund of the city. Revenue is generated from receipts from income tax, property tax, gasoline fees, and building fees. We had a carryover balance of $2.1 million in our general main operating fund. Our estimated 2018 revenues and our expenses are just about the same. We bring $10 million in and we spend $10 million out. We face yearly, though, the balancing of gradual revenue growth against increasing operating costs, aging infrastructure, retirement costs, and healthcare changes. Our carryover balance is important, and it's carefully monitored. Expenses are discussed thoroughly within each department. This month, we have been in work sessions with our City Council to present a balanced budget by March 31st, which is required by law. With this continued fiscal oversight, we anticipate a carryover of $1.5 million for next year. The Law Department has had another normal busy year. Fairview Park resident Bill McGinney is our Director of Law. Bill represents the city in all court proceedings or before any administrative body. He also serves as the legal counsel to the mayor, the City Council, and administrative offices and departments. Born and raised in Fairview Park, our Assistant Law Director Prosecutor, John Castell, serves in the capacity of police prosecutor, and he represents the city in all traffic and criminal cases before the Rocky River Court. John also serves as legal counsel to our boards and commissions. Aside from his duties, preparing legislation and attending council meetings, this year Director McGinney will also be of assistance as we prepare to review our city charter, which happens only once every 10 years. This commission will be comprised of 9 volunteer residents who are interested in our city government. If you're interested, please submit a letter of interest and a resume to City Hall, because this is your opportunity as a resident to become involved in the laws that govern our community.
On behalf of the school district, I'd like to recognize and thank our Board of Education members, our board president, Joe Shakovsky, our vice president, Kelly Dubé-Gillis, raise your hands, I know you're out there, and members Jocelyn Dalton, Matt Ruby, and Mark St. John. Fairview Park's very fortunate to have such an active and involved Board of Education. The role of board member requires a tremendous amount of time, energy, and learning, and we appreciate all you do to help us achieve our district vision to be a community united. We're pleased to report that the district is in excellent financial shape, and we give much of that credit to our former treasurer, Amy Hendricks, who recently left to become the finance director in her home city of Vermillion. The Board of Education is currently undergoing a full-scale treasurer search with the assistance of Finding Leaders and plans to have the position filled permanently by July 31st. In the meantime, Kimberly Sperling is serving as interim treasurer through the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio. Kim brings much expertise to the Treasurer's Department and has been working diligently with staff to ensure that daily operations continue to run smoothly. The Fairview Park City Schools have demonstrated exceptional fiscal responsibility and continues to receive awards for outstanding fiscal management at the state and national level. With the outstanding leadership of the Treasurer's Office staff, the district maintains an excellent bond rating. Over the years, we've worked hard to earn your trust and be good stewards of your financial support. If you attended the State of the Community last year, you should recognize this slide. As I mentioned at last year's address, this district will ask voters to renew a longstanding operating levy this November. It's technically called an emergency levy. That's what you'll see in the actual ballot language. But there's no emergency, don't worry. Emergency levies raise a flat dollar amount instead of a specific millage rate. That's just what they call them. The good news is this November's ballot initiative will be a renewal, which means no new money and therefore no overall increase in taxes, and I know that makes us all quite happy. November's levy will be for operating funds, funds for paying the bills. This is very different from the bond and permanent improvement levy funds the community passed in November of 2016, which can only be used for construction and renovation, and I'll share more about that good news in a little bit. The passage of this November's renewal levy will be critical to helping us extend the current operating budget to the year 2020, effectively stretching the 5-year community promise from the levy campaign back in 2006 for over 14 years. However, as I've been mentioning for the past few years at these dates of the community addresses, because the district will have functioned on this fixed income for the past 14 years, we anticipate having to ask residents to consider a moderate increase in November of 2020.
As summer, thankfully, is right around the corner, please don't forget about Summerfest, which is the last weekend in June this year. But we love to celebrate our city parks as they improve our physical health, strengthen our community, and make our neighborhoods a more attractive place to live and work. Parks are a reflection of the quality of life in a community. Parks and recreation services are often cited as one of the most important factors in the surveys of livable communities. Our goals in planning a community park on Macbeth Avenue are alive and well. Named after our first recreation director, Nelson Russ, this park was originally the home to our recreation office in Safety Town. After the Gemini was constructed, the park was dismantled until now. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources stepped up to the plate with $161,543 water conservation grant for these 4.6 acres. Options were offered to the community for a final design that will include a large pavilion, playground, quarter-mile loop track equipped with 8 pieces of outdoor training equipment. More park improvements are taking place throughout our city. Our beautiful historic Bain cabin received a much-needed new HVAC system. And please get your rental reservations in as early as possible, as the cabin is everyone's favorite place to rent for family gatherings. We also had a grand opening of Grannis Park in May that includes a new playground area that is enjoyed by many neighborhood children. A second grant totaling $139,446 was received to further enhance Grannis Park in building a pavilion and a bioretention wall needed to prevent flooding and landscaping to dress up the flagpole area. This project, which of course those are my grandsons, is scheduled for completion by the end of this year. As both of these parks are under transformation, we hope you continue to enjoy our beautiful sports complex at Vulcan, our water splash park at Morton, and enjoy summer picnic at Bain Gazebo, Pavilion, and playground areas. But most importantly, we hope you are enjoying our Gemini Center. Our Recreation Center is celebrating its 10th year. We celebrate how fortunate we are to have this beautiful building serving our 4,815 members, along with 3,116 Silver Sneakers members, totaling 7,931 members. Our many activities and community outreach programs hosted by the staff, led by Director Steve Owens, includes 1,049 swimmers in our aquatic program, 3,272 athletes in our youth sports programs, and 739 participate in our adult leisure programs. We hoped you stopped by at our Winterfest celebration, Touch a Truck, Easter Egg Hunt, Fall Festival, Little Chefs, Heroes and Princesses, or the new Fairview Flea. This year's Flea will be held on Saturday, June 23rd and September 29th from 9 to 3 in the high school parking lot. Thank you to all the volunteers that make our program successful. The Gemini Center Parks and Recreation budget generated $4.1 million in revenue, while spending $3.91. The carryover balance at the end of the year is estimated at $1.2 million. This past summer, we celebrated and welcomed our furry four-legged friends into our parks. This decade-old law prohibiting dogs in our parks was met with great celebration by many residents who love their animals. We are so thankful to our Fairview Park Boy Scouts for their troops and their leaders. I would like to share with you 5 scouts and highlight their projects. Thank you to Eagle Scout Eric, who constructed 7 dog waste stations at each of our parks to help keep them clean. To James, who rebuilt our beautiful safety town. To Zach for reforesting trees in Bain Park. To Elijah for creating an honor garden for our police and our firefighters. And to John for his work at the community garden by installing a pergola floor and walkway, helping to make it more accessible.
We are equally as proud of our students and their accomplishments. We're glad that many of them are able to be here with us this evening to share their learning and their great work with all of you. Joining us this evening are 4 outstanding seniors back here in the corner who have their digital portfolios on display for you to view. Digital portfolios highlight the student's learning story and culminate with a senior exit interview in front of a panel comprised of administrators, teachers, alumni, and community members who ask questions and provide feedback for seniors as they prepare to begin the next chapter of their lives. If you're interested in being part of one of our interview panels, please let us know. We'd love to have you. Before you leave this evening, I encourage you to visit their table and see for yourself the great work they've been doing. And thank you very much for being here, you guys. Did you see our FHS students featured on the Today Show on New Year's Day? I hope so. It was pretty exciting. These students are part of the newly launched Because I Said I Would chapter, who are over here with Grant Graves, at Fairview High School. Fairview High School was selected to be one of the first 3 high school chapters in the nation. Because I Said I Would is a global... Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Because I Said I Would is a global social movement and nonprofit organization dedicated to the betterment of humanity by promises made and kept through the distribution of promise cards. And as you can see, there was one on every seat when you came in. Please stop by the Because I Said I Would table on your way out to learn more and maybe pick up a few more of those promise cards. Tonight we celebrate our students achieving excellence in the classroom, on the court, and in the community. 3 Fairview High School seniors, Zach, Willie, and Damian, won first place in the 2017 Highland Software High School Innovation Showdown with their idea called HATS, Horizontal Aerodynamic Turbine System. They each received a $500 scholarship from Highland for their revolutionary design and presentation. Congratulations to Quentin and Jordan, 2 FHS juniors enrolled in the Culinary Arts program at Polaris Career Center, who helped lead their team to the Ohio ProStart Culinary Competition. The team came in as runners-up with honors, and Quentin and Jordan each earned $13,750 in scholarships. Not bad. This past year, we've also seen the expansion and newly created Math Club, Robotics Club, Penn Ohio at both the middle school and high school levels, which is now the extension of Power at the Penn, if you recall that group, and different academic challenge events. We should also celebrate when our schools are highlighted in local media, such as FHS being named the Fox 8 Cool School of the Week, of course, and the Q104 School of the Week this past fall. We're also proud to be recognized as a Project Lead the Way Distinguished District through our partnership with the Polaris Career Center. Project Lead the Way is a program designed to increase student access, engagement, and achievement in computer science, biomedical science, and engineering. We also celebrate and are extremely proud of our students who serve and support our community, like the students at Gilsqueed Elementary who accepted the challenge to give back over the holidays and collected items for the City Mission and Laura's Home Women's Shelter. They brought in enough supplies to pack nearly 3,000 snack bags and welcome kits for families in need. That's really impressive. And let's hear it for our student athletes. The boys basketball team set a new school record for most wins in a season. Earning the sectional title, advancing to the district semifinals. Congratulations certainly to them. It was an exciting season. Fairview athletics are strong and growing as student athletes represented Fairview at the state level since last year's State of the Community address, in track and field last spring, and wrestling and swimming this winter season. Going to the state is no easy feat. Warrior pride is alive and strong in Fairview Park, no question. We also celebrate our entire staff at the Fairview Park City Schools who are so passionate about our students, our families, and our community as they bring the district's vision of being a community united to life in all they do each day. From 18 months to 18 years old and beyond, we take great pride in fulfilling the rest of that vision statement to enable others to learn differently, care deeply, and aspire to excellence. In fact, we're really excited to announce that the Parkview Early Education Center has been awarded a 5-star Step Up to Quality rating from the Ohio Department of Education. Step Up to Quality recognizes and promotes learning and development programs that meet quality program standards that exceed preschool licensing health and safety regulations. This is the highest rating the Ohio Department of Education gives. So congratulations to all the staff and our early education.
However, to get those 18 months to 18-year-old students to school safely in that time, many people choose where they live and grow up by the services offered within a community. Our service department, Director Sean Leinecker, and 24 employees oversee leaves, snow, rain, and roads. This includes 117 streets, maintenance of our parks and municipal buildings, our traffic department, sewers, snow removal, and leaf pickup. As we continue in our goal of correcting our underground infrastructure, last year we lined the sanitary sewer on West 229th to Clifford. This very important project was in cooperation with Cuyahoga County Public Works Department and is the outgrowth of our City Council sewer study. This year we received $1,796,000 grant from Ohio Public Works, as we were also awarded an identical amount in a no-interest loan to continue this very important $4 million project. This will include removal and replacement of sanitary and storm sewers on Clifford from West 212 to West 220 and West 227 to 229. Year-long construction will take place in this area beginning in September of this year. Throughout our city, many of our residents have received new water lines by the Cleveland Water Department at no cost to the city or the residents. Our 2017 sidewalk replacement project, funded by a county municipal grant, replaced out sidewalks and curbs on Lorraine Road from West 208 to West 214. Our street repair program, now in its 29th year, saw the following streets repaired at a cost of $680,000. Thank you to our residents for supporting this important yearly project. Coffinberry Boulevard from West 196 to Henry, Concord, Parkcliff, Mildred, Esther, West 227 with spot repairs near Lorraine Road, and separately, we also completed a much-needed repaving of the City Hall parking lot. After years of working together to implement improvements in 2017, our colleagues at ODOT made much-needed repairs to the Brook Park Road Bridge connecting Cleveland to Fairview Park. A great celebration finally took place right before Christmas when the bridge finally opened. Final painting and lighting on the bridge will be completed this summer. And thank you to everyone for your patience as these much-needed repairs took place. Purchases made in our service department include a 2017 Ford pickup, a 2017 tandem axle truck, and a City Hall water tower and chiller that provides air conditioning. Our service department also helps coordinate our community recycling awareness days. These are held twice a year in the spring and in the fall. Residents are encouraged to drop off household hazardous waste for proper recycling. We also offer document shredding, which is a huge hit with our residents. Our next event is Saturday, May 12th from 9 to noon at City Hall. Thanks also to the young Marines who also lend a helping hand. Thank you so much to our service department employees who provide safe and reliable service to our residents. Now, as we reflect back on this past year, we celebrate the many new families that have moved to our community. Residents value our family-oriented community, and I am pleased to say that the construction continues for the 18 single-family homes in the Thomas Lane, Coffinberry area. 5 occupancy permits have been issued, with 2 more homes now under construction. This new neighborhood has been highlighted in our new Fairview Park magazine that has been mailed to all the homes and businesses in our community. It's our residents' investments in our neighborhoods that strengthen the ties that bring us all together. This is how we build a community. Fairview Park is about neighborhoods. As your home is your biggest investment you will make, residents are eligible for the Cuyahoga County Housing Enhancement Loan Program, known as HELP. This program enables homeowners to borrow money to repair or remodel their homes at an interest rate 3% below a bank's market rate. We have many residents that take advantage of this program. The efforts of our building department, along with code enforcement, certainly go beyond brick and mortar. Our code enforcers, under the direction of Building Commissioner Walt Maynard, had a very busy year conducting 1,025 inspections that include apartments, complaints, high grass, weeds, property maintenance, both residential and commercial, and rental dwelling inspections. Again this summer, we will continue our residential property neighborhood inspections. Last year, our inspector conducted 1,042 inspections citywide. Looking ahead, our building department will be performing inspections at the former NASA buildings and will oversee remodeling of the Burger King and the Get-Go on Lorraine Road, and we look forward to the remodeling and additions of the Fairview schools.
The district is proud to have helped make the Thomas Lane development a reality on the former Coffinberry Elementary School site. And because of the support of residents at the polls last November, we are preparing for the long-awaited construction and renovations to begin this summer on the Fairview Park City Schools Master Facilities Plan. The district is partnering once again with Architectural Vision Group the team that built Gillis Sweet Elementary School as part of the Gemini project, now 10 years old. And we're also pleased to be working with the Albert M. Higley Company as construction manager for the project, with Fairview Park resident Gavin Smith as the project executive. Tonight, we are excited to officially announce that the groundbreaking ceremony for the middle school, high school phase of the Master Facilities Project will take place on May 23rd at 10 a.m. in front of the middle school on Campus Drive. Please join us. The community is invited, of course, and students will have the opportunity to participate in this historic moment for the school district. So stay tuned for more information. When the project is completed, at Fairview High School and Mayer Middle School, you'll see the abatement of all remaining asbestos, a full replacement of the outdated and inefficient heating systems, dramatically improved handicapped accessibility, a new state-of-the-art innovation center, and I'll talk a little more about that in a little bit, significant structural repairs and improvements throughout the building, including walls, floors, ceiling, roofing, and more, upgrades to the interior, exterior, and emergency lighting, significant improvements to our overall building security, including renovated entrances and video surveillance. And we all know how important those things are these days. New expanded classroom space for the middle school, new middle school locker rooms, administrative office and clinic, a new orchestra room for our outstanding students and teachers. How about that? They do these things. Earn it back. An expanded cafeteria and courtyard learning spaces for both the middle school and high school. Brand new kitchen facilities. Replacement and upgrade of many interior and exterior doors. Replacement of outdated and damaged furniture, some dating back to the 1950s and I dare say earlier. Electrical upgrades throughout the building. Plumbing replacement and enhancements. That basically means new restrooms. Very good. Technology, I hear the students clapping over here. Technology infrastructure improvements, and wait for it, air conditioning throughout the entire building. At the Early Education Center, similar to the middle school and high school, you'll see the abatement of all remaining asbestos, improved handicap accessibility, significant improvements to the overall building security, including a renovated entrance and improved video surveillance throughout the building. A new administrative office and new clinic, and they desperately need that. An expansion and redesign of the drop-off, pickup, and parking areas. Playground improvements and relocation closer to the building away from car activity. Updated heating throughout the building, technology upgrades, improvements to the lighting, electrical upgrades, restroom renovations, replacement of several interior and exterior doors, or even worse there, I think. New paint, new ceilings, new floors, and yes, once again, air conditioning throughout the entire building. Sense of achievement. At Gillis Sweet Elementary, even though they are 10 years old, there are still a few things we've got in store for them. A long-awaited expansion of the parking lot. It won't be enough, but a little more is better than nothing. Improvements to our security and video surveillance systems there as well, of course, electrical and lighting improvements, and we've already completed some of the minor masonry repairs on the building. Our tentative timeline looks something like this. Construction is scheduled to start at the middle school and high school this coming June. Then work should begin next summer in 2019 at the Early Education Center. And Gillis Sweet parking lot, we're still trying to figure out exactly where to put that piece. And should be completed sometime around November of 2019 for the Early Education Center. Then the high school, middle school project should be completed in the spring of 2020. It'll be a very interesting and challenging 2 years, but I guarantee you it will all be worth it in the end. And I want to extend a huge thank you to our high school and middle school staff and administration for working so hard to prepare for the project start. We've accumulated a lot of stuff in that building since 1929.
Good luck with that project. As the schools prepare for their site improvements, many improvements are being made in our business district from Brook Park Road, Lorraine Road to Center Ridge. Our development director, Sean Leininger, who also wears the hat of service director, came to Fairview Park 2 years ago. An Ohio State grad, Sean is a certified and experienced professional municipal planner and public administrator with over 16 years of experience. Sean jumped right in to address development needs in our city, and last year and into this year, we had a very busy development season. Businesses that opened in 2017 on the Ring Road considered the Dress, Fringe Salon, Hands of Diamond, Next Level CLE Skate Shop, Raya's Nails, Vent Heating and Cooling, Cleveland Cabinets, and 808 Shaped Ice. At Westgate and Center Ridge, the new businesses include Gigi's Cupcakes, Panda Express, and Red Robin Gourmet Burgers. Returning to Fairview Park in the West 226 shopping strip is Focaccios, which is now known as Feel Good Dough. And in the spirit of St. Patrick's Week, we attended the grand opening on Monday of Riley's Irish Bakery, located on Lorraine Road across from McDonald's. The owner, Ronnie Isabella, welcomed all of us to her new shop, where they have great soda bread, scones, cookies, and lunch and dinner entrees. We're very glad to have them in our community. Also tonight, LJB Inc. It's a premier full-service engineering firm founded in 1966. We found out today that they will be relocating right here in Fairview Park at our Fairview Park Corporate Center on Brook Park Road. Dennis Albrecht, one of our very own Fairview Park residents, is the regional manager, and we would like to welcome Dennis and his engineering team to our community, and we'd like to wish him many happy and productive years in their new home on Brook Park Road and their new family home in Fairview Park. And I'm being told that his wife is a Fairview Park resident from way back when. So can you please stand and introduce yourself? And we're glad to have you. Welcome to our community. We know you're going to love it. And thank you to the businesses that have remodeled and reinvested back into our community this past year. Starbucks at Target, Aldi's Grocery Store Edition, and McDonald's Complete Renovation. And we have some exciting projects underway for this year. And Draco Insurance Consultants at the corner of West 210 and Lorraine, we have all been watching that building being renovated, and it is seeing significant improvements. Once that new roof went up, we knew something, and the beautiful doors going on. This 1950s building is being refurbished by its new owner, Bud and Draco. This insurance headquarters will relocate from their current location in Rocky River in the next several weeks. And please join me in welcoming Mr. Andraco and his 20 employees he'll be bringing to Fairview Park. So we're very excited. Now, as many of you know, the NASA buildings closed their doors in 2010, and that was devastating for our community. This was a hard hit, as it really hit our general fund. We lost $400,000 in income tax revenue. The two buildings have remained without an owner until recently. With support from our residents, a new zoning classification was approved, and we have been working with the new owners as they plan to renovate these historic buildings from office use to high-end apartments, a boutique hotel, and eventually a new building to be built to house a first-floor restaurant and additional hotel rooms on the upper levels with a pool. The owners have received an Ohio Historic Tax Credit of $4.5 million to help assist in this $45 million renovation project in Fairview Park. We appreciate the cooperative partnerships created between Fairview Park, the City of Cleveland, Hopkins Airport, the FAA, Cleveland Metro Parks, and the new owners to have this project become a reality. So stay tuned. Now, as you heard earlier, many projects we bring to the community are supported by competitive grants. Monica Rossiter is our Community Development Grant Administrator, and she's done an outstanding job in seeking funding for our city. A graduate of Cleveland State University, Monica works with our chiefs, directors, and staff in writing and administering grants that will fund essential projects throughout our city. In 2017, the city was awarded 12 grants totaling $2.6 million. An additional $1.8 million in no-interest loans was also received for a total of $4,429,000 to be used in improvements in our community. Last year, under the careful guidance of Monica, 7 storefront renovation grants took place along Lorraine Road. 808 Shaved Ice, Meshes Landscaping, Giaco Motor Shop, Fairview Laser Wash, North Coast Credit Union, Jeffrey Paul Salon, Drella Shack's Auto Care. All of these businesses were awarded up to $50,000 each in grants for the improvements made to their building or their signs. And looking ahead, we are waiting for the results of 9 grants that were recently submitted, totaling $987,000. So thank you, Monica, for the great job you do in bringing funds to our community. Where is Monica? I know she's here. Oh, there you are.
And no review of the schools would be complete without celebrating our curricular improvements made over the past year. Last year, we told you about the exciting news of the dedication of the John H. Babel Jr. Innovation Center at Fairview High School. This collaborative space has put Fairview on the map. Other districts from around the state have asked to visit and explore Fairview's Innovation Center and other personalized and project-based learning initiatives in the district. We added a button to our website, you can see it here on the bottom left corner, for anyone who would like to visit our district. And here's a list of the schools who visited us this past year. And the list continues to grow almost weekly. Now, although this schedule a visit button has been used mostly by the outside schools and, to come visit our district, it was also intended to provide opportunities for parents, community members, and those considering attending our schools to reach out and schedule time to come see the many great things we're doing at all grade levels. So click the button and come on in and join us for a day. These leaders in the world of education and educational technology are taking notice and using Fairview as an example for what they want innovative and collaborative spaces in their districts to look like. Also, just recently, our Director of Teaching and Learning, Melanie Whiteman, presented to educators from around the state on future-ready schools. And our digital media arts teacher, Chris Kaminsky, and technology coordinator, Matt Dunlap, presented at the Ohio Educational Technology Conference in Columbus. Did we lose it there? Oh, there's the coach. There we go. And I believe I saw Melanie. Melanie is here, our Director of Teaching and Learning. Melanie, wave your hand. I saw, where'd you go? Chris Kaminsky is over here with some of our students as well. They've done a tremendous job in bringing a lot of very positive attention to our district. This past year, we've implemented the collaborative classroom in kindergarten through grade 5. We continued the implementation of the Summit Learning Platform in grades 6-10. We expanded our number of advanced placement courses this year, and were approved to be one of only about 1,100 advanced placement capstone schools in the United States. This year, we also upgraded our technology in grades 6 through 12, from Chromebooks to MacBooks, as we realized the work and projects our students were doing were exceeding the capabilities of the Chromebooks. We're also celebrating 12 years of being a one-to-one district. Fairview was one of the first districts in the state of Ohio to implement technology at this level. At the Fairview Park City Schools, we strive to meet students where they are as individuals and chart a path to help each student reach his or her highest potential. This is one of our core strategic plan goals, and we aim to accomplish this by providing hands-on, project-based learning experiences that directly link a student's daily learning to life.
From our youths to our seniors, we would like to unveil a new look, a new feeling, a new reason to celebrate being a senior. Hello, Sam. Our Fairview Park Senior Social Center is a community focal point where our residents come together for services and activities that enhance their lives, support their independence, and encourage their involvement in our community. Senior Life Director Regina Sillison, along with her active staff, Kathy Ebley, she's here, where she give a little wave, celebrate each senior that walks through the doors of our center. The Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging provides now box lunches on Mondays and hot lunches on Thursday and Friday, with a total of over 10,000 meals served to our regular attendees. Our Senior Life staff provides transportation to our Fairview Park seniors, with over 6,500 one-way trips last year to the senior center, medical and dental appointments, shopping, and banking. Our senior center is open to any senior, no matter where they live. All are welcome, and there's no cost. 70% of all visits to our center are from our very own Fairview Park residents. We are pleased to share with you that last year, 550 seniors participated in our programs, including art class, crafters, exercise, special event parties, discussion groups, computer class, lunch and learn, book club, and their favorite, pool shooting. A number of fundraisers took place last year and into this year. The seniors are pretty famous for their fundraising. They keep all the funds within the center to be spent on necessary purchases. They include last year Mardi Gras celebration, their fish fries, St. Patrick's Day party, Cinco de Mayo, Halloween party, the soup cook-off, Valentine's party, and a President's Day pizza party. The spirit of cooperation from the community and the Fairview Park schools make our senior center one of the best in the county. We are also very pleased to announce the collaboration between 8 West Shore communities in the development of a website showcasing programs and services available at all 8 centers. You can visit westshoreseniors.org to learn more. We have many exciting educational programming scheduled for this year, as well as some wonderful travel opportunities. You can check our website or call the Senior Center for a copy of our newsletter, and we welcome one and all. The safety of our residents, young and old, is a priority for our safety departments. Fairview Park is a safe community. Our 25 firefighter paramedics and our 27 police officers are well trained, and they protect the lives of all our residents on a daily basis. Both departments offer important safety programs for our seniors that include installation of a lockbox on their home and the Are You OK program that checks daily on our elderly. Major purchases by our fire department, led by Chief Tony Raffin, include a brand new Braun ambulance, which arrived in June, and this was purchased with funds collected directly from our fire levy. Through numerous grants, the department purchased high visibility jackets and EMS items. The alarm notification system was upgraded for the first time since our station was built in 1968. This now allows paging throughout the building as clear transmission from our Westcom Dispatch Center. Our fire department is always working to the highest standard of level. Last year, they responded to 2,358 calls for service, including 137 fire calls. We're very fortunate to live in a community that trains together with our surrounding neighboring fire departments. Our West Shore Fire Dispatch Center, located at St. John's Hospital, coordinates fire and medical emergency calls with Westlake, Bay Village, Rocky River, North Ridgeville, and Fairview Park. Our department held a joint regional training in early spring at the property at West 210 and Center Ridge before Panda Express and Red Robin were constructed. We had one retirement. I see him in the back, Dan Karliak from our fire department. Congratulations, Dan. And we also had 2 new hires last year. So we'd like to welcome Joe Palmer and Ryan Myers to our community. Our fire department participated in the Cleveland Clinic EMS golf outing on October 10th. Our team won 2 of the skill competitions, and they donated all of the $540 of their winnings to Team Rubicon Foundation. Team Rubicon is a nonprofit organization that unites the skills and experiences of military veterans with first responders to rapidly deploy emergency response teams to communities affected by disaster. Our police department received 13,152 calls for service, including 2,264 investigative accident reports. Our police officers, under the direction of Chief Eric Upperman, give a wave, Chief. They're well trained, and they attended 204 training sessions in 65 different subjects. Of our 27 sworn officers, 14 are also assigned to the West Shore Enforcement Bureau, known as WEB. They are SWAT officers, hostage negotiators, and crowd control. 2 of our officers, Patrol Officers King and Sanford, became evidence technicians as they each did a 1-week ride-along with the Cleveland PD Special Investigations Unit. They also took 2-week certified evidence tech class and attended a photography school in order to achieve this rating. We are also very pleased that our police department works with Project Dawn, the County Prosecutor's Office, and the County Medical Examiner's Office on the Heroin Initiative. Project Dawn is a community-based overdose education and Narcan distribution program. Also assigned to our police department are 18 auxiliary officers and 16 school guards. Thanks to our auxiliaries who volunteer 2,385 hours to our community. The police department purchased 3 new Ford SUV police vehicles. These replace the last of the old Ford Crown Victoria units, which have been discontinued.
Our #1 goal is to provide a safe and secure learning environment for all students, staff, and visitors to our school campus, our school buildings, and our school events. We cannot do this without maintaining a strong partnership between parents, communities, and our local safety officials. We will continue to be proactive in doing everything possible to protect the safety and welfare of everyone on our school campus and ask for your continued cooperation, assistance, and support. We will continue to work with our law enforcement officials and security experts to assure that what we are doing provides our students schools in which they feel safe and comfortable about reaching out to one of our staff members when they or someone they know needs help. We greatly appreciate and value the assistance and responsiveness the City of Fairview Park has provided in this area. We also value our partnership with our many school groups, such as our booster groups and our PTA, for their endless and tireless efforts to make our students and teachers feel appreciated. Pictured here is a PTA-sponsored Yoga Day at the Early Education Center and Student Appreciation Day on Valentine's Day of this past year, just this past month, with our middle school and high school PTA, one of the students' favorite days, I'm told. Throughout the years, the district's many athletic booster groups have done a tremendous job supporting our athletic teams. However, after many years of discussion and stalled efforts in the past, I'm proud to announce that the 16 groups voted just this past Monday to join forces and form a new, unified Fairview Park Athletic Boosters. They've asked me to extend an invitation to all of you to attend their March 21st organizational meeting to review and approve their new official bylaws and their April 17th meeting for the election of officers for the new organization. As always, everyone is welcome to join, and whether you have a student athlete in your family or not, please join us. We certainly can be proud of and celebrate the broad community support our athletes receive throughout the year. And speaking of community support, be sure to mark your calendar for the 3rd annual Derby Dash that will take place on April 21st. Over 700 community runners have been seen running through the streets of Fairview Park to support Gillis Sweet Elementary's STEAM initiatives. That's science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And I hope to see you in the race. If I can do it, so can you. We're also very appreciative of and can celebrate the work of the Fairview Park Education Foundation. In 2017, they provided nearly $10,000 in grant awards for teachers and staff for innovative projects and experiences for our students. The Ed Foundation also provided over $24,000 in scholarships to graduating seniors last spring. That's a lot of money. Let's give them a round of applause. They're in the back of the room. This past year, the Fairview High School Alumni Association was restarted in a big way with new branding, outreach, and communications. If you're an alum or you know one, be sure to check out the district website or stay connected with reunions and other events for alumni. They too are in the back corner over here. I'm proud to celebrate the new collaborations and partnerships that have occurred over the past year between the Education Foundation, the Alumni Association, and the Fairview Park City Schools Alumni Hall of Fame, as they have collectively broadened their outreach and impact by working together. Please stop by their table over there in the corner to join the group email list to stay in the know about all of the upcoming activities and events. And yes, you are seeing this correctly, the Warrior family is going on vacation. Pick up a flyer on the upcoming Alumni Association sponsored Alaskan cruise in 2019. No kidding. The cruise is a fundraiser to support student scholarships and alumni activity. We already have how many people signed up for this cruise? 14 people already signed up. So there's still a balcony cabin if you want. So the cruise is a fundraiser to support student scholarships and alumni activities, is open to the entire community. You don't have to be a Fairview alum to attend, so please sign up. As always, we invite community members to attend our monthly board meetings for regular updates on the happenings within our school community. You can also follow us, if you don't already, on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And in the coming weeks, you may receive, in fact it started last night, you may receive a telephone call from the Baldwin Wallace University Center for Community Research. Tom Sutton is here, who heads that up. Tom, did I say that right?
Community Research Institute.
Community Research Institute. So they will be calling as they conduct our second biennial community satisfaction survey. So if you get a call, please, they're college students, most of the callers, right?
Yes, they all are.
Please be nice to them. That's a hard job. Share your thoughts as we use this data to guide our future improvements and strategic plan renewal, which is coming up next year. So on behalf of the Fairview Park City Schools, I'd like to thank you for attending this evening. I'm proud to say that across the district and in the community, great things are happening at Fairview Park.
And will you be raffling off one of those cruises today?
I think I'll have to check on that.
As the schools value the partnerships they have with the many school groups and applaud their efforts, the city is extremely fortunate to have partnerships with many community groups that make our city unique and special. Many of them were here tonight. We offer opportunities for every resident to become involved. One such special organization is our Fairview Park Community Garden. Is everyone aware that we have a community garden here? I'm going to tell you a little bit about it if you don't. In 2008, resident Amy Brennan called me with an extraordinary idea. She loves to garden, and her home with many trees and too much shade was not conducive for her dream garden. Amy proposed a community garden to be built for all to use. We scoured the city looking for the perfect spot, and later that year, the Fairview Park Community Garden was established on Maple Drive near West 227 on a piece of land remaining from the construction of I-480. When the garden first opened, there were 15 garden plots. With assistance from volunteer residents, local Boy Scouts, supplies from the city, Home Depot, and Cox Communication, the garden has grown steadily year after year. Today, there are 72 plots of fresh small fruits, herbs, perennials, vegetables, and now a small orchard, growing and sharing their products with our Fairview Park Hunger Center. The garden provides direct benefits to our family with socialization while beautifying the community and the neighborhood. We'd like to thank Amy for all she does that makes Fairview Park a great community. Is Amy here tonight? She had a class, she was going to try to make it. So her name's Amy Brennan. You can find her on our website if you'd like to get a plaque for this year. Because we are a caring community. We all, each and every one of us, depend on each other, and we need each other to succeed. To all the volunteer residents, from the school organizations to the city organizations, thank you for the very important roles that you play in keeping Fairview Park a great place to grow. On behalf of Dr. Wagner and myself, we would like to thank all of you for attending this evening. Please stop by our community tables to learn more about what's happening in Fairview Park. Thank you very much.